When did Indeed become a fucking recruiting app for sexual assault victims? I'm sitting here on Indeed applying for jobs. You know how you get on Indeed, probably put in like 15 applications, see who hit you back. That's what I'm on. Applying for jobs, not caring if I meet the requirements or not, because I'm a lie. Okay? Get an email back. Somebody say, you know, set up an interview. I set up an interview like 2 days later. Don't mind my motherfucking hair. This start over Nick and it's time to come out. Went in for an interview. The interview literally lasted like 2 minutes tops. I swear to God, I'm not even over exaggerating or nothing. It was with a male. So of course it's like, I'm a female. I'm not no ugly looking bitch. I might look a mess right now, but I ain't ugly. Gave it up how I was supposed to give it up. Got the job in 2 minutes. Boots. After the interview, he said like we gotta wrap it up because you know he got a orientation or something that he had to do, or training, something like that. So he asked me, did I want to start today? So I'm like, start today? Hell yeah. Anything that's going to put me in the door today, I'm going to start getting paid today. My check going to come by this time next week. Bitch, I'm lit. Ready. I was happy, like, not thinking nothing of it. He said it was supposed to be a couple people. So I'm expecting, like, a class full of people trying to come for training or something. At least 3. No shade. But one bitch came in. He goes to tell me, like, oh, we waiting for the rest of the people or whatever. So he's telling both of us, like, oh, we waiting for other people. We chilling. It's a bowl full of snacks or whatever. He like, y'all can eat it. Y'all can do whatever y'all, you know, chilling. I ordered me some Chick-fil-A because since we got to wait, bitch, an hour done went by. This orientation supposed to be for like 6 hours. I'm confused. Like, I'm like, okay, might as well prepare myself because, bitch, I wasn't prepared for this when I left the house this morning, okay? So, order me some Chick-fil-A. Bitch, I'm eating, busting down on my shit in front of everybody. Well, in front of both of them. Hour go by. He sees nobody's coming. We go on with the interview. Let's go. Just us. We like, shit, they must didn't want the job. Push past that. Let's go. He wraps the interview up like 2 hours short. Like, the interview was over 2 hours shorter. He kept staring at me, kept walking up on me, like, it was just, like, so weird. But I'm not thinking anything of it because I done did a canvassing job before. So it's a roofing thing, but he said we knocking door to door, knocking, asking people about their roofs or something. Some weird ass shit. Should have peeped the red flag. Bitch, I don't even know why I'm here. I don't know nothing about no roofs. So we leave. Everybody walking out. Well, us 3 are walking out. It's us 3. So just know when I say everybody, it's us 3. So walking out as a whole. He like, I didn't have a car. He like, you know, I can drop you off. I'm like, okay, that's fine. He stay in the area. I didn't canvassing job before, so we done did rides and we done got rides from each other before, so I'm familiar with this, but I just didn't know him, so it was just like, But mind you, my sister got my location, so I'm already like, boots, bitch, this nigga finna drop me off, I need you to pay attention. He gives the girl the address. He tell her to go on break. He like, you can go on break, and then I'm gonna give you an address, and you can meet me here. She like, okay, bet. So she go on the lunch break. She go pull up on her girlfriend and some more shit. Booze, that's story for another day. Dropping me off. He's driving on the highway. I don't know the highways like that, but bitch, I knew he wasn't going the right motherfucking way. Bitch, once I see him pulling up on Wesley Chapel, I'm like, time out. Where you going? He like, oh, he had to stop by his house to get his uniform clothes or his work clothes. Okay. That was weird. Bitch, don't judge me either, because y'all bitches, but judge your motherfucking mama, hoe. I don't give a fuck. I don't know what was going on. I was just like, okay, this kind of off. But, you know, a bitch was broke. Bitch, why you think I was looking for a job? Come on now. He pull up to his house. He go inside. He in there for like 10 minutes. I'm over here breaking my back. Like, hold on. Making sure a bitch don't come out and get me. Because I'm already like, hold on. Why you stop at your house without saying anything to me? That kind of threw me off. You know? But he didn't seem so weird. He was like this tall. He's literally, I'm taller than him. He like 5'1". Like, bitch, I don't know. Wasn't really stunning him. It was just like, why would you stop? So he was like, do you want to come in? That part right there, I was like, no. He was like, oh, you know, don't sit in the car because I can't leave the car running. I don't have no gas or nothing like that. You can just stand right here. Me being me, I ain't really scared. And I'm standing like on defense just in case I have to two-piece this nigga. Because, bitch, I will get active. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with niggas. Standing there on alert, trying to make sure, you know, scope the scenery out, seeing if anybody in this motherfucker. So I'm standing in the threshold of the door. Mind you, he like, oh, I'm finna go in here and roll up. Before he asked me to come in. So he's like, oh, it's no leaves. That was a red flag right there. I was like, wait, hold the fuck up. I see hella little backwood pieces on the fucking kitchen counter. Before you came here, you knew you didn't have a leaf. I'm pretty sure. Like, it was just throwing me off. So I'm like, He was like, I'm just gonna roll the paper. He wrote a paper. I'm over here standing at him waiting for him out of the car door. Because I'm like, bitch, I don't know what the fuck going on. And it smelled like a fucking... It was so dirty in that bitch. And it smelled like... It smelled so funny. I was like, bitch, get me the fuck up out of here. Like, from by the front door, I'm smelling that shit. Bitch, you know that fucking... When you first open the door, that motherfucking cold breeze, it had a whiff to it. End up getting in the car. He dropped me off. Boom. Next day, he ended up calling me early in the morning like, hey, we got a place, da-da-da-da-da. Cool. I'm going to come pick you up. I'm like, okay. Let's go. Move past it. This is the weird shit. Me and the girl from the day before, we think we finna meet our whole team. It's finna be canvassers out here. We finna be deep as hell in these neighborhoods. We ain't even know how, because we asking how is it. Like, he like, oh, other people's gonna be in the neighborhood over, this, that, and the third, or y'all all gonna, he making it seem like we all gonna be deep as fuck in one neighborhood, making money, knocking door to door. And I'm like, I mean, I don't understand how we gonna do all that, girl. I'm scared of birds. I don't understand how we gonna do that all in one neighborhood and be expecting to get money and commission off of this, but let's see how it go. Girl, wait. Pull up to a neighborhood, and it's not even the whole story, bitch. I'm just trying to make it short, cause make a long story short. We pull up to the neighborhood. I'm meeting my coworker or whatever. She's a stud, so he's mad because we talking or whatever. Mind you, she has a girlfriend. I had a man. I'm not studying her. We not studying each other. We just goofy as hell. Like, girl, funny as fuck. We trying to figure out where the team at. So he get mad because we're talking to each other. So he like, you know what? I'm going to just wrap it up for the day and send us home. We knocked on one door apiece. Send us home. So I'm like, bitch, thank God it's hot as fuck. That was the first day it got hot out here. Bitch, you got me fucked up. Let me go to fuck home, ho. You don't, look, what she said, don't threaten me with a good time. Bitch, I'm out of here. Like, what? Me and the girl get in the car, and I don't know how to work TikTok like that. I could fucking insert videos and pictures of the people and stuff like that, but I ain't even trying to do that because I don't want them to find me because he do know where I stay. But me and the girl, like, we get done. He send me to the car with her. So, mind you, they dropping me out because I didn't have a car. I get in the car with her. I'm like, something ain't right. Like, they is being real weird. Like, I don't feel like something ain't right. She was like, what you think? I tell her how I feel. Let me tell y'all how I feel. First of all, I got the job first day. I started working first day. He came and picked me up and dropped me off. Before he even dropped me off at home, he stopped by his house without even saying anything to me. He told us that we was going to be meeting our team today, and it's just us two. Then we meet... Hold on. Wait. While we motherfucking knocking door to door... Or no, we standing in the middle of the street pitching. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm not good at story time. But we standing in the middle of the street pitching to each other, trying to see if our pitches are right. A big-ass nigga, like 7 feet, 300 pounds, buff, come down the hill. He like, oh, there he go. There who go? He like, oh, that's our coworker right there. Get me the fuck out of here now. Y'all don't know who y'all playing with. That was the thing. I'm like, he got this big-ass nigga. He talking about we meeting our motherfucking coworkers and shit. Bitch, this big-ass nigga just came down here. Girl, I'm skinny as shit. I'm like, girl, I'm not even a fucking 105 pounds. This nigga knocked me the fuck out and put me in the back of his truck. Bitch, I'm out of here and not being seen again. Bitch, they finna chop my body up and sell it on the black market. Y'all got me fucked up. Fuck everybody in this job. Bitch, y'all better drop me off now before I cause a motherfucking scene. What? Me and the girl pull off. We just talking about it. So she gets to calling her girlfriend. She telling her, well, her fiance. She get to calling her fiance, telling her fiance what's going on. They start putting in police reports. Boots. I ain't putting in one because I ain't wanting to call the law. But do that, bitch. I told her you can put me in the thing and all. I'll be the witness. But I ain't doing all the extra stuff, and it ain't know where I stay. They ain't finna come get me. They don't know where you stay. They ain't finna come get me. So the nigga end up calling eventually sometime down the line, like, why did y'all... Well, wait. The nigga ain't even called to figure out where we was at or why we ain't coming to work or none of that. He didn't even call looking for us. Another red flag. What? So when he gets a call in, I'm like, can you bring me my information and stuff? Because you got my social and all that. I need that. He like, oh, I'll bring it to you, but I'm not going to do anything with it. This, that, and the third. I don't give a fuck. Bring me my shit. Or not even bring it. Meet me somewhere or something. So he act like it was a problem to do that. I told him what I feel like. Come back for part 2.
I literally almost just got trafficked on Indeed, so here's your story time. This happened about a month ago, and I'm really broke, and I was looking for jobs because I'm broke and I need money. And I was looking on Indeed for jobs, and I saw this cashier position, at Radal's Hospitality or something like that. And when I went to go look up the place, because usually I'll look up the place before I like apply, you know, sometimes I just get lazy, but this place didn't exist, right? First red flag. But being broke does something to you. It does something to you mentally, right? So anyways, I end up filling out all the information. I give them my name, stuff like that. I didn't give them information. I don't give them no job, like my social, like none of that stuff, you know, except for Auntie Anne's, but they were legit. So I end up sending an interview for Tuesday, like, I don't know, I can't think of the date, right? And they text me, I gave them my number, and they end up texting me, they're like, okay, your in-person interview is this day. And the first time I had to reschedule it, right? And I rescheduled it for, we'll say, a Tuesday. And this day, I didn't know if my mom was gonna be able to take me. So I was gonna take an Uber all the way out to Charlotte to get to this place. But my mom, by the grace of God, bro, my mom was like, I'll drive you, right? So my mom drives me, and the drive was a little bit long. It's a little bit out there. So if I did actually get this job, right, I would have to Uber there like every day. So whatever. We start driving from, I live in a now suburb, right? And we're driving farther and farther. I just saw a Metro PCS. I just saw a check cashing place right next to it. Hold on, there's a Popeyes. No. So we knew. I knew what I was getting into. I'm experienced, right? And then I start turning the corner. There's homeless people. And I'm like, all right, there's a bus stop right there. You know, some junkies. I don't know how else to, people that are fighting drug addiction, you know what I mean? That's such a rude word, but I don't know what else to, okay. So we're driving, and there's this freeway that we have to get onto because we're on a main road, and we go to turn on this freeway, and me and my mom both, literally, we see, Georgie, I'm talking. We both see, and I hope to strike me down, hope for God to make my heart stop beating if I'm lying. We go to turn onto this freeway, and we both see at the corner of the freeway this guy that is dirty. Like, he is extremely dirty. He has, like, this bag. I don't know what the bag was full of. He had, like, okay, because he had a cart with him, and in that cart was a bag. The bag was, like, dirty and, like, just disgusting. It was, like, this brown, how do I describe it? Like a cloth bag, you know? And he's dressed in a clown outfit, like a clown suit, genuinely, right? But he has regular shoes on, and he has like black on his face, like whatever charcoal or something that he used to like cover his face, he put it all over his face. And his hair was like in patches. He was like purposefully shaving his hair into like patches or squares, right? And I start screaming. My mom is like yelling at me because like my mom, she doesn't play any of that noise junk when she's driving, right? So I turn, I'm like, what the fuck? Mom, do you see that? And I said frick to her, but she was like, what? And we both lock in like eyes with this guy. I'm freaking out. My mom has the biggest, most irrational fear of clowns, but she's just like my mom wants to be different so bad. She's like, oh, that's weird, right? So I'm like, Mom, please don't make me go to this interview because we're already like in a bad area. We just saw this guy. Like, I don't want to be what's in that bag. You know what I mean? She's like, no, you got to be responsible. That's your problem. You just never want to be responsible. You always just want to get your way out of things. A lecture for genuinely no reason. So whoever's trying to traffic me, I'm just at this point, my mom's she's in on it. She's going to sell my butt for a cheeseburger at this point. We're driving and we get to the said place, right? Because they gave us a specific location. Nothing's there. It's just a sketchy parking lot. I smell like Subway sandwich. I'm so sweaty right now, and I lost my deodorant. I smell like onions. Anyways, so the place, it doesn't exist. It's just a sketchy parking lot, and there's just hella bushes everywhere, right? There's like literally like one car. It's just my car, and my grandma's car, and then just another random car, right? And right next to that is an auto place, like an auto shop or whatever. And I'm like, okay, you know, this is false, Mom. Like, I don't want to get freaking sodomized for, like, you know, like, I just don't want anything bad to happen. Let's just go. She's like, no, we're gonna look in this auto shop place and we're gonna make sure that this place don't exist, because I didn't just sit here and drive all the way, waste my time, right? I'm like, Mom, use your brain. And I can't, that's ironic for me to say because I got myself into the situation, but use your brain. Context clues. I don't need to pull notes out of my backpack for it to tell me this is a dangerous situation. She dragged me. I'm like, okay, you can go in there. I'm going to stay in the car. She's like, no, I'm telling you, you don't ever like to take responsibility. Get your ass up out that car. We go into the auto place, and my mom is like, y'all know about a Radal's Hospitality or something like that, yada, yada. And the guy at the front desk is like, I don't know nothing about that. That place don't exist. And my mom's like, no, because my baby came over here for an interview, and they said that they were here, and da-da-da. He's like, well, you're mistaken because it's not over here. that I've never heard something like that. We've been here for 20 years and they ain't never had anything like that around here. So, you know, I'm just like, okay, whatever. My mom keeps telling me, she's like, stand right here, right? 'Cause she's mad at this point because she had to leave her room. And like, my mom does not leave the house. She works now, but at the time she was not working for like years. She just hated leaving her room. So she was already mad, right? I don't care what she's saying at this point, and I try to go back out to the car because I wanted to go sit in the car and lock the doors. It's like giving like Beverly Hills girl travels to Richmond or Oakland. No, this is not, no. My mom she tries to make a statement. She keeps the keys, the car keys, and stays in that auto place shop. I don't know what she's talking, I don't know what she's talking about. I walk up to the car and I see something in my peripheral and I don't care about it because I'm just trying to get into the car. I'm trying to open the car, but it's obviously not opening. And I go and I turn behind me. There's this guy, like this homeless guy, just hella dirty. I'm not trying to diss homeless people, but he was obviously homeless and was just extremely dirty. Guys, remember that, extremely dirty. And he has a cart. He had the same cart that the other guy had. And it's not like a Walmart cart. It's like just these plain carts. They don't have like the little, like, you know, where you put your hands and have a thing on there. It's just a plain like cart, right? And so he's like, we're just making eye contact. He will not move. Like, he's in the parking lot just standing like a couple feet away from me. And I'm like, okay, this is it. Like, I'm accepting my fate. My mom wants to be different, and she's not letting me get into the car. Clearly, she's in on it. What do? Do I run? Do I accept my fate? Do I try to beat up this possibly innocent homeless guy? He's probably already gotten beaten up enough. You know, so there's nothing to really pick from. By the grace of God, my mom comes out of that auto shop place, right? And it wasn't an AutoZone. It was like literally like just withered down. Something that, it's like those gas stations you find in like the middle of nowhere. Like, and they don't even have a name. It's just like, you know? So my mom comes to the car. She unlocks it and she's like, And I'm like, we get into the car and I lock it as soon as I'm in there. And I'm like, Mom, do you see him? And she's like, okay, that homeless people gonna be everywhere. Stop. You don't know what he's going through. Stop judging him, da-da-da. And I'm like, all right. I just shut my big fat ugly mouth because I don't feel like arguing with her. And we keep driving and we're heading back home. And as I'm leaving this specific part of Charlotte, you just see like creepy people everywhere. Now, mind you, I've lived in Philly. I've lived in East Oakland. East Oakland is really bad. Philly, I don't even want to say that name more than 3 times because there's demons. Genuinely, there's demons out in Philly. I, as somebody who has lived in the Bay Area for years, never has it ever compared to Philly. Bro, Philly is so ghetto and just dangerous. I remember I made the mistake of getting DoorDash, and every single time they would eat it. Never got my DoorDash. But anyways, and they'd sit in front of your crib and eat it too. Trifling's plug. Anyways, I end up heading home, and I tell my mom, I tell my grandma, and I'm like, this happened. And my grandma's like, oh my God, what? Why did she still make you go? And I'm like, I don't know. Go talk to your daughter. Because she wanted me to be responsible. So that's why, Grandma. And yeah, that's the end of that story. Haven't applied for any jobs because, you know, I'm selling my clothes on Depop for money, and I have trips coming up, so I don't have time to work. So, and honestly, if I really needed money that bad, I can just depend on my Grammy because she makes a lot of money. But I just feel bad. I don't like spending her money. It just makes me feel bad. I'm an empath. But yeah, in the summer, I'm going to start working. But keep your eyes peeled open and don't be dumb like me, because then you could possibly be getting sodomized right now. So yeah. Bye, guys. And you might be wondering, why didn't you guys report this to the police? I actually genuinely tried to report this to the police. My mom was gaslighting me so bad. She's like, no, like, people do that just as a joke. That's a prank. Like, don't do it. I'm not going to drive you down there. That's so extra, yada, yada. But all jokes aside, please be safe. If you live in the Charlotte area, please be safe. Yeah.
I just had such a scary experience at an open house, and I want to share to hopefully, like, I don't know, help someone not run into the same scary situation that I did, basically. So I got to my open house, I had it set up, and the biggest difference that I did at this open house compared to all my others is that I ordered these directional signs with my info on it, including my photo. And I thought, oh, name and like face recognition will like be really good, because I specialize in a certain area and people will be seeing my face all the time and like they'll contact me. Wrong thing. Okay, so I get to the open house. This man comes in and I get like a bad energy. You know, like I do a ton of open houses and I usually don't feel like this. And so I was like, shoot. And I started feeling really nervous. I didn't want him to come close to me, so I pretend called someone and I was like, oh yeah, I'm here and you can stop by if you'd like. Oh, perfect. Like, I'll see you in a little bit, you know, to make him feel or know that someone was gonna come, even though no one was gonna come. And but I just kept feeling weird, and he was like not looking at the house. He was kind of just like messing around, like looking around, and he's a kind of a big dude. And then I was like, okay, go look at the rest of the open house. Let me know if you have any questions. And then I call my mom. I go like open the garage door and pretend to sweep the freaking garage, talking to my mom because I don't want to be in the same house. Because I'm like, if he comes back, like, will I be able to run if I need to? Like, that's a scary feeling. And while I'm sweeping the freaking garage, another man pulls up and he looks kind of homeless, but he's not. I mean, he's driving a car, and he comes out and my stomach like falls, and I immediately get in my car, lock the doors, and I just sit there and I'm like, I'm not going in the house. And they're in there for 30 minutes legit. And one of the guys finally leaves, but he is so weird. He tried to come talk to me in my car, but I'm like, I can't talk to you, I'm on the phone. Pretend like I'm on the phone. And he left, like, being all suspicious. The other guy sat in the freaking entryway for 30 minutes just waiting for me to come back in the house. I was watching him because I was in my car and he couldn't really see that I could see him. I'm like, no one cares about a freaking open house that much to sit there and wait. You know what? Like, my dad eventually came, and when my dad came and I arrived with him, we walked in the house, he was like, had no questions. He was just like, okay, like he just left, you know? And oh my gosh, like that was the worst feeling ever. So I don't know if there's really a moral to this story, besides maybe like follow your gut, and you can inconvenience other people to keep your safety, and maybe don't put your face on stuff unless you're a guy. I feel like if I was a middle-aged man, I'd be fine, but us ladies just have to be a little more careful. So that was so scary. I was like shaking. I was so nervous. That was not fun. Anyways, we must prevail. So be safe out there, ladies, and I hope that this saves someone's ass. You know, like, be warned, pre-warned, learn from my scary moments. So now I will relax in my house with my cat.
He like laid out hair like straight like that, like to make it seem like a woman was sleeping there. And then I go to the trash can, I'm like, oh my god, there has to be blood or something somewhere. I'm scared. And there's like a ball of hair, like very weird, and he just put it there on top of everything, right? So I'm like, something is not right. What do you guys think? Am I just overthinking? And another thing, he just received an inheritance of like $500,000, and also last Saturday he just had a car crash and caused like a pileup. Yeah, what do you guys think? Am I like exaggerating, or am I just overthinking, or is this possible? Like, should I call the police?
I want to show y'all something. This is why you don't walk. Listen, look at it. This man has been following me. Look, watch. Been following me. Okay, now it's getting to a point where it's scary because he's following me. Oh my god, oh my god. I switched sides of the street. Oh my god. Because you're following me! Stop! It's illegal for you to follow me. I don't want to hear your compliments. Leave. Because you're following me. Stop. God.
Okay, well, I'm at work, but let me just tell y'all what just happened, because this is how careful y'all have to be. So I'm a waitress or whatnot. I work at a restaurant, and basically this lady, like, she's sitting by herself the whole time she's eating, like she's here by herself or whatnot. And before you know it, she kind of, you know, start walking up to the bar, like where we navigate at, like we sit at by the bar. She comes up there and she's like, they said I could use a phone, basically saying she doesn't own the phone. She said I could use somebody's phone up here. So me and the other girl, we looking like, well, we have a store phone. Like if you need to call somebody, you can call up the store phone. So we give her the store phone and she's steady acting like the number won't ring. Like she like, it's buzzing, is it ringing? Like I don't think it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's a little old, you know, house phone. So I'm like, let me see. I get my phone, I get the phone and I call myself to make sure that the phone is working. So it's working, so I don't know what was going on. So the other girl's like, come here, give me the phone, I'll put the number in, give me the number, I'll put it in. So she puts the number in on the phone and of course it starts ringing because the phone works. So next thing you know, she's on the phone with him and she's giving this man my name. And she's like, he only wants you, like nobody else, like an hour or so. And I'm looking like, what? Like, why are you? And she's like steady reading my name tag, trying to pronounce my name. And I'm like, So then she's like, could I just call him off your phone? Like, he's not answering off this phone. Mind you, she's on the phone with him. She steady proceeds to keep asking for my phone. I'm like, no, like, you can talk to him on that phone. She's like, okay, here goes your phone back. Like, he finally picked up and she just leaves. And somebody like in a truck come get her. Be careful. Because it was giving trafficking vibes. She has this big ass purse. She's an older lady. She looks a little rung up. Lady, like, the fuck? Like, just be careful, y'all. I don't know. That just kind of spooked me a little bit. So I just wanted to put y'all on game.
Facts about human trafficking that you may not know from somebody who's worked in the anti-human trafficking industry for close to 4 years now. The most shocking things that I found out from working in the industry is that a lot of traffickers are actually women, and that is because women trust women. So it's easier for them to deceive them. Not all human trafficking looks the same. So for example, the area that I work in is between Nepal and India. And the way a lot of the young women end up in these situations is by deception. A lot of the women are actually led by false promises and false hope of finding employment across the border. In some countries, for example, like in Thailand, a lot of the parents actually sell their own daughters to brothels so that their daughters can send back the money to the families. And then some victims of human trafficking are actually kidnapped. But there is definitely more than one way that human trafficking happens and how victims find themselves in those situations. Once the victims are trafficked, it's about only 2% that are ever actually found again. And then from that 2%, a lot of them actually fall back into that same line of work because it's what they feel most comfortable in. And the last one I'll share for today is that human trafficking happens in every single country, even yours, even here in Australia. Most people think that human trafficking is an issue that is so far away from home, but it's actually happening in your own backyard. And no country is safe from it. There's so much information and stories that I can share about my time working in the anti-trafficking industry. I've also been over to Nepal and I'll be going over there in February as well. So if you do have any questions, drop a comment and I will do my best to answer them.
This video may end up saving someone's life, so if you have a teenager, a girlfriend, a mother, a sister, please share this video with them. Actually, share this with everybody, because this could happen to men too. I've been trying for a week to make this video, and every time I tried, I started to get really emotional and cry. So I'm going to try to get through this video and just share the information. On March 9th, just barely about a month ago, I was almost kidnapped, grabbed by a couple of men. And I'm going to share my story because it took me by surprise. It shocked me that I fell for it. So I'm going to ask you, if you've never shared one of my videos, and if please share this video, please get it to millions of people, because when I spoke to the police about this, and they said that this happens every single day in every city. So what happened, and this was in broad daylight. It was in broad daylight. I was walking on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles. And I was walking super fast, because when I'm walking from appointment to appointment, or even if I've just gone for a workout, I like to power walk. So, and when I walk, I have either music on or a book, or I'm working, I'm on a call. But I am still super aware of my surroundings because things happen, and I have had things happen in the past, which maybe I'll share in another video, I don't know. But I'm on Sunset Boulevard, and it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's broad daylight. And all of a sudden, I hear, I actually just had my book on. I wasn't on the phone or loud music or anything. It was my book. This was why I heard her. To my left, I heard a woman's voice say, "Excuse me," sounding really sweet. And she kept saying, "Excuse me, excuse me." And I was listening to my book. Now listen, when I was in my 30s, God, I don't know, 25, almost 30 years ago, I had taken self-defense classes. And I remember in the self-defense classes, this was one of the things that we learned. Never, ever, ever stop. Never, allow strangers to yell at you, but keep going, keep moving. So I heard this woman kept saying, "Excuse me, excuse me." And, in the last few, sometimes I feel like I'm being paranoid because I have had people yell at me from cars. And sometimes it's women, and either I'm too busy or I'm on the phone and I can't stop. And then they get angry with me, and they're like, "I was just going to ask for directions." That's all of a sudden, that's what's going through my head. I'm like, oh, it's a woman that needs help. She just probably needs directions. So, and I have a little bit of trouble with my eyesight. This is how it happened. But it could happen to anybody because just off guard. So I was on the sidewalk, and I get off the I step off of the sidewalk, and I go, I'm getting closer to the car to see what she needs. And as soon as I got close to the car, I realized that she was sitting in the back seat with the window open, and the passenger, whoever was in the front, a guy, opens his door up. The driver opens his door. 2 guys get out. And as soon as these 2 guys get out, I realize what is happening. And I take off. Thank God I was in athletic shoes. Thank God I was in sneakers, and I only had my backpack with me, which was barely empty. There were my glasses and whatever. And I started to run. I ran like hell. I ran and ran and ran until I found a shop that I knew that I could get in that wasn't closed, and I ran into the shop. And there I felt safe, but I was so shaky. I was so upset. Thankfully, I'm sharing this. Please share this video, because this could happen to anyone. And I shouldn't say just a female. It could happen to a male. So please, man or woman, teenager or older woman, things are going to happen. And so if you're alone and you hear a woman's voice or anybody saying, don't get close to cars, don't get close to anybody. Things are so dangerous sometimes, and we just don't realize how dangerous things can be. So, when I spoke to the police later, they said that this happens all the time, and that people who are looking to grab people, kidnap people, abduct people, that they use women because people trust women. So they say that this is exactly how it happens. They'll put the woman in the back seat, and the woman will yell out and try to get women to get close to the car. I was pretty lucky. I mean, thank God, I'm not pretty lucky. I was very lucky. I feel very grateful and very blessed. So please, share this with everybody. And hopefully, whoever is watching this video, if anybody yells from a car or from anywhere, don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going. In fact, if you hear someone yelling, start running. Love you guys.
I'm about 85% sure I was in a situation where someone was trying to traffic me in Virginia a couple days ago. I've also been seeing tons of videos and just news about the amount of children going missing, specifically in Virginia this month, so that makes this whole story even more scary. So this happened on Friday the 15th around 8 p.m. in Leesburg, Virginia, and I work at an outlet mall, so it's an area where tons of people come and go, and a spot where I could see something like this happening. So just like any other day, I got off work and I was walking to my car. Mind you, it was still light out, and I park right in front of the mall. So as I'm walking to my car, I immediately noticed that there's another car right next to mine, and their back door is open.
closest to my side of the car where I would be getting in. At the same time, this older woman comes up to me and gets my attention, and she's saying that her family left her, she doesn't know where they went, and they all just got in the car and left. And at this time, I didn't really think anything suspicious was going on, so I was genuinely trying to help her. I ask if she has a phone, if she needs me to call like 911 or anything, but she doesn't seem very interested in that, and she also asks me where I'm going. And when she asked this question, I thought that was a little weird, so I started to try to get out of the situation just because I knew at the end of the day, there's not really a whole lot I could do. I just kind of check my surroundings as I'm talking to her just to see if there's any like possible family members that also might be looking for her, and I noticed there is another older woman, not quite as old as the one I'm talking to, but definitely maybe in her 50s, and she's just a couple yards away down the parking lot, and she's kind of just like pacing back and forth, slowly getting closer to me and this other woman. And at this point, I think subconsciously, I know I need to get in my car and lock the door. So I just tell this older woman, I'm so sorry, I can't help you, like, good luck, ma'am. And I walked to my car and I locked the door. And as I move past this car that is right next to mine with the door open, I noticed that there's no one inside. The door was just wide open. And now that I'm in my car, I look in my rearview mirror and I see that this older woman is now conversating with the woman that I saw like a couple yards down the street. So clearly they both knew each other, and you know, they were talking, and I see them point at my car, and then they go up to the car that was right next to mine and they close the door. And it's not until later when I kind of put all the pieces together, like this one was saying she was lost, they left in the car without her. Yet you know this woman that's like a couple feet away, and you guys just interacted with the car that someone supposedly left you in. And another reason I have a suspicion to believe that they did specifically target me is because I had two plush squids in the back of my car, like right where this window is, and they could have easily seen that and thought that a younger woman must drive this car, and they just set up their car right next to mine and waited for me to come. So since that has happened to me, I have taken the stuffed animals out of my car. I've started to park in new spots when I'm at work, and I told my manager, and I believe we will be getting in contact with the mall security. I basically just wanted to come on here just to remind you guys to always be super safe and super aware of your surroundings, because you really never know the intentions of someone that's trying to ask for help. They very well could be trying to distract you and to just, you know, do something bad. And another reminder, like if you have like any stickers or like stuffed animals in your car that might allow others to assume that you are a younger woman, although they're super cute and fun, it might attract the wrong attention. And yeah, just always be safe, guys, no matter where you live, Virginia, anywhere, just always err on the side of caution. Yeah, thank you for listening.
I feel like I was almost sex trafficked yesterday. And I'm okay. I'm not like freaking out or anything. It's just a very scary feeling. This is kind of a long story, so bear with me. So on Saturday night, I go out to a club and I meet a guy there. And he gets my number. He seems really cool. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. So the next morning he texts me and I don't even reply back because I'm just like, I don't know. I'm a little bit hesitant. I'm not 100% sure if I want to talk to this guy. So I completely ignore the text message. I go to my sister's house. We're just hanging out. And then I get a FaceTime call from him. And my sister's like, answer it. So I'm like, okay, I answer it. And in that conversation, he's basically like, I'm going to this place. I would love it if you were to like come and hang out with me. That would be awesome. And I'm sitting here like, I just don't know. Like, I really don't know if I want to do this. My sister's like, just do it. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, I'll meet you. This is around 4 o'clock, 4:30. And he's like, okay, I'll be home in an hour. And then I will let you know what the plan is. So then about 30 minutes later, he texts me and he's like, hey, I hope this isn't weird or anything, but I don't want you to meet me at the place I told you about. I really want to like take you on a date, take you out, really get to know you and talk to you and stuff. And I'm like, okay, yeah, like that's fine. I really liked how he was applying that pressure. And so I was like, okay, sure. Like, where do you want to meet? Like, what are we doing? He asks me how far I am from Pont City Market, which is like a shopping mall. And I'm like, not far. And he's like, okay, that's where we're gonna go. And I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, I will be dressed in an hour and then I'll hit you up after that. So about an hour and 30 minutes goes by. I still don't hear anything. It's Sunday. I'm thinking we're just gonna like meet up really quickly, have a little bite to eat or something like that. And then that's gonna be the end of the night or the day. You know what I'm saying? But like an hour and a half goes by and I still don't hear anything. So I text him and I'm like, hey, like, what's the deal? Like, what's going on? He's like, not much longer now. I will let you know. Like, I'm whatever. Like, almost like he was just stalling. And I was like, okay, like, I was telling my sister, I was like, I honestly don't want to go anymore. Like, I'm annoyed. I'm literally annoyed. So finally around like 6:30, I think, he's like, okay, you can go ahead and head out in 10 minutes because I'm on my way there. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I head out after like 10 minutes. I take my time, y'all. I take my time. I literally get there. There's a parking garage. I park in the parking garage. I kid you not. He literally texts me and he's like, gonna be there soon. Like, gonna be there in a little bit. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm here. 30 minutes goes by while I'm sitting in the parking garage and I'm like mad at this point. And so I call him and I'm like, where are you at? He's like, I will be there in a little bit. Meanwhile, keep in mind, like, it's getting darker. Like, time is going on. So another 10 or 15 minutes goes by and I call him again and I'm like, where are you at? And he's like, I'll be there in just a little bit. I can't find you. Like, I can't find where you're parked. Can you drop a pin? Part 2.